Where did you find a Black expat community that felt like home away from home? Or did you find it? I got to answer that one first.
Go ahead.
I don't feel like I found nothing that feel like home. We from the South. We from the South, like countries. Like, I don't want to call us country, but people call us country.
I'll take that.
But, you know, we from the South, okay? And like, you know, the thing is that it's just a certain feel good about the South. Like when you get together with people from the South and like how it is when you get together with a room full of people from the South, right? It feels good. The music is different. Like the whole thing is just a different experience. I have not felt that since we've been traveling, even amongst the Black expat community. But that's also because the Black expat community is from everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course it wouldn't feel like home. You know, it's nothing like pulling up at a place. I mean, for me, like being at a trail ride, like, or like, you know, out, you know how we do, you know, line dancing the whole night, space, and they do have this going on, but like, even the music, like, I really hate to admit this, but I miss like the blues and zydeco that they be playing in the background when you be at your family events, and everybody at the table when your uncle put his phone up to the thing and he be jamming like.
Shout out to her in Texas, man. All my her in Texas people out there.
Yeah, they be playing the blues music or whatever. I miss the soul. I miss that. Back when I was there, I didn't appreciate it. I used to be like, why are you playing this? Yeah. Now I'm like, yo, why are y'all playing this? We need to hear some blues, something. What about you?
I would say the same. But at the end of the day, I do appreciate, you know, the community of Black people that we do have out here. You know, with the Black and Bali group and others, you know, that we've
Black in Thailand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like I really
Black
appreciate
everywhere.
them because even, you know, being around them and hearing their experiences, how they ended up here, where they came from, and knowing their views and everything, and seeing what they've been able to accomplish, you know, living abroad, because a lot of them have already been doing this for a long time. And, you know, even seeing the younger expats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They be out here that caught on to the wave and been riding for a long time. Like that actually motivates me, because it's like, man, seeing people that are even younger than me, you know, out here living this life and enjoying themselves, man, I think it's very motivational, you know, because it proves that it can be done, you know what I mean, at any age, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are outside.
But the South, my people in the South, Texas, Louisiana, we got to get out here more, y'all. Like, that just lets me know that, like, because it doesn't really feel like home, is that it's because we haven't encountered as many Southerners as we would like.
Man, we've been out here 2 years, and I think we've only ran into some from Dallas, Florida, Killeen, Texas. And man,
we met some people. We met some people from the South, but it's not compared to like the number of Blacks from UK. Compared to, and these people tend to take over the spaces when we are as a collective, even people from the continent, from Africa, when we all moving together as the Black diaspora, it is a lot of Black people, like from all over the world. But we Southerners, we gotta get out here.
We gotta start moving, man. Y'all know y'all going to the Jamaicas and the Mexicos and, you know, the Medellins and all these different places, man. Start hitting that Asia up too.
Okay, what did you learn? What have you learned about me while traveling these past 2 years, like in our travel lifestyle? What have you learned about me?
I feel like you've learned even more being here, like language wise, cultural wise. Like you've learned a lot since you've been out here. And I think to a certain degree, you kind of grounded yourself and leveled yourself, you know, from being in America and coming out here and experiencing something different. it's I think it's done a lot for your mental health. I think it's done a lot for your anxiety. Even at times, you might have moments where you still, kind of feel those things kind of come up. But I think it's been, it's done a lot for you mentally, not being in the States and being out here.
That's what you learned about me? Okay. Um, what have I learned about you while traveling with you for the past 2 years? Um, I've learned that you are like really a cool guy. Like I know that I thought when I first saw you, I was like, oh, he kind of cool, like da 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 da. But like you are actually like really cool. Like people be like, yo, Tony, like like you cool to everybody else. You cool to everybody else too.
Yeah.
Like you really are like a cool dude. Like I've learned that about you. And I think I may have known that in the States, or maybe it was just I've known that about you. But like um just to even see like other cultures, like people from other walks of life, they always gravitate to you. Like it's kind of crazy how people gravitate to you. We used to think it was me back in the United States. You're like, oh my God, people always stop to talk to you. It's like that for you out here.
I appreciate that that people do, man, because I feel like a lot of people embrace me, and I embrace a lot of people as well. So yeah, I appreciate that, man, because I've met a lot of people from different countries or whatnot that I feel like are very cool people, and you know they had no problem coming up to me, talking to me, and even building relationships. So with some of these people become friends of mine. So yeah, man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what was it like traveling? What has it been like traveling as a black couple and representing black love, internationally
Man,
while we've been on the
I'm gonna
road?
keep it a buck. It's not a lot of this going on out here. You know what I mean? Like it's not a lot of this going on out here. So when people see us together, it's almost like it's like seeing a zebra with no stripes. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like, wow, there's two black people together and they're a couple. Like you don't really see much of that, out here. And I think us being that representation shows, that you know there's still black love out here, and it's moving around Asia. You know what I'm saying? So, um, us being together and being a couple is a representation. It's not represented, I think, as much as for me as moving around, because I don't see a lot of us together.
No,
You know,
like we see a lot of couples, but a lot of them are in interracial relationship. But I do know that like us moving around together, um, I feel like it inspires a lot of people. Like we hear it a lot. Like
yeah,
people to stop and tell us like, "Yo, this is inspiring. Y'all black love is inspiring. Y'all like that kind of stuff." And I think that a lot of people think, especially travelers, that like once you start traveling, it's difficult. And I've heard this before. Like it's
yeah.
difficult to find someone like especially black travelers, men and women. Like once you start traveling, it's difficult to find love, like black love. You know, and while I can understand that, it's hope out here, y'all. Like it's people out here. We got friends and stuff that are looking for relationships and marriage, and like it's a lot of black people out
Yeah.
here traveling. So like if you put that in your head, if you really want to be with somebody, you really want to like be with somebody within your race. Like if you want to be with if you black, you want to be with somebody who black, and you already putting it in your head that that's hard to find, that you're not gonna be able to find it, then you may not be able to find it. But
It's out here.
it's out here. I think that a lot of times that's why people are always stopping us like, yo, I think it's amazing what y'all doing as a black couple. They always like praising us. And that actually I never even thought it was that impactful. We was just we was just doing our thing, right? So I think that also it's been kind of eye opening. Like as we've been traveling. Like, yeah, it's not a lot of black couples out here. There are some. We know
Yeah.
some. I know some here in Bali. But it's not a lot of us compared to interracial couples. So, it's been it made me cherish what we got even more, cuz like we can have this experience on a deeper and more personal and more intimate level together, being that we come from the same, almost the same experience, and we have the same experience traveling, like the black experience while traveling. So, hey fam, I got the plug on something that's gonna save you money and time while you're traveling. Instead of exchanging stacks of cash at the airport, paying those crazy exchange rates at the local banks and the ATM, or even going to those sketchy money exchanges when you're handling all your money abroad, get you a Wise account immediately. Write that down. We've been using Wise for the last 3 years, and we've saved so much money on our travels, from the money transfer and exchange fees that they beat you upside the head with when you're traveling. So we've been able to use all of that money to extend our travels, treat ourselves, and get more out of our trips. I'm telling you, it's the smartest way to spend money abroad. So let me tell you how it works. You sign up and open your multi-currency account using an app, or you can get online and use your computer. They'll verify your identity with the photo ID and or proof of address. And once you're verified, you can hold the account with 50 plus global currencies. Next, you'll want to fund your account with dollars, euros, pounds, whatever your home currency is. And once you've made the deposit into your account, you can convert currencies instantly right from your account using a Wise app at a fraction of the fees that you'll pay at the local banks, ATMs, and money exchangers. From there, you can take your Wise account and make bank transfers, order a debit card for ATM withdrawals, or even use that debit card to make purchases in local currencies wherever you are in the world. So if you're planning a trip really soon, go ahead and get the process going to sign up. Trust me, you don't want to wait until the last minute, because the verification can take a few days, and you'll also need to receive your Wise debit card, which can take 14 to 21 days by mail. And when you sign up using a link in my description, you'll get one fee-free transfer of up to 600 US dollars. That means that Wise will waive the transfer fees for you on your first transfer up to $600. You could transfer more than $600, but they will waive up to $600 worth of fees, which means you are saving even more money. And now you can go ahead and upgrade your accommodations like you wanted to anyway. Don't say we didn't give you the game. You just need to get signed up. Happy travels, fam. Now let's get back to the video. How did your travel change your outlook on social political issues in America?
Man, America has a lot of stuff going on, man. I feel like, since being out and moving around in other places, man, America is putting their energy into a lot of the wrong things. You know what I'm
All of the
saying?
wrong
The
things.
things that they don't even need to be worried about. We got, from what I see, there's wars going on, and
Homelessness,
you know what I
drug
mean.
addiction, alcohol addiction, and raging numbers,
Mental
increasing wealth
health,
gap, mental health issue. Ooh.
is like it should be almost number one, man. Cause I most people, and I'm only speaking from my American people. You know what I'm saying? Like, most Americans deal with mental health and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I deal with mental health, you deal with mental health. I know a lot of people in
It's
my
in my
family
family.
deal with mental health. You know what I mean? So I think that's a thing that's not even looked at. It's almost even frowned upon. Like, people will just call you crazy and just pretty much write you off or ignore you, and that just makes things worse. But yeah, man, I feel like you know, all these other countries are not perfect. You know what I'm saying? America's not perfect either. But man, like, I'm an American, and what I'm looking at from the outside looking in, like, bro, like, y'all are out of pocket for the things that y'all doing. Like, I
Or
even
choose
listen
to focus
that
on.
choose to focus on. Like, I talk to friends of mine, and they tell
Watch the
me
mic.
how expensive things are back home, and it doesn't even have to be like that. You listen to them send money, all outside of the country, and you have people there that are barely eating. Like, it's ridiculous. So
Yeah, we focus on materialism, all of these other things, like, just all these other social issues, like all of these other things that don't really matter. There's so many bigger issues.
I think that a lot of this stuff is used to distract people from what's really going on, man.
That's what I was gonna say, because I feel like it's the media. When we talk about like issues, I think a lot of the things that we're talking about right now are really like we've been distracted in the media so that we not focused on these bigger issues. Like, and then a lot of people are just so stuck in this rat race that they don't even have time to look up and actually be aware or conscious of what's going on around them. Like, even when I look at like one of the things that I feel like America really needs to focus on right now is the like you said, the mixed with mental health, drug addiction, alcoholism that's going on in America. And now that I'm outside of America, I see it like it's outside of the fishbowl. Like alcoholism and drug addiction in America is serious. Like, and it's all tied into mental health. And yeah, we're not addressing these type of things, and that feeds into homelessness and all of these other things. We're not even addressing any of that. We focused on all this other stuff, like this stuff that don't even matter. It don't even contribute to the healthy livelihood or like how people maintain their lives in a healthy way every day in America. So,
Man, even like the thing like with homelessness, man, like it's like where we lived at in Houston. We lived in Third Ward, closer to downtown, where they try to call it East Downtown or Edo. But yeah, we live right there, and like there was a homeless encampment right there, which is probably still there if they haven't fenced it off to move them around. But it was really bad. But the thing is so crazy about it, the U.S. can literally wipe out homelessness like that.
What's even more crazy is that, have you seen any, specifically in Bali, have you seen any homeless people?
Nah. I may have, but
I haven't seen none.
The fact that I gotta sit here and think about it should tell you a lot. If I've seen, like, if you ask me, have you seen any homeless people in Houston? I'm gonna tell you right away. Yeah, I can tell you where they live at too.
Maybe poor.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe poor. We've seen people who just barely, don't have enough to get by, but then they can, there's food growing everywhere.
Everywhere. Wow.
They are so connected with nature that they can make it. They can go back to their villages and, be able to live on the land and things like that. Like, we are so disconnected from nature in America. We're so disconnected from just the basic necessities of just survival when it comes to like like just in our own human nature. Like, we are just so disconnected. So like, and it has been, it's detrimental to us as a people, as a, just in general. So all that to say, I feel like you're right. America is focused on all the wrong shit.
But at the end of the day, it's focused on the wrong things, but then it's not, because it's not meant to benefit us. It's meant to benefit the people that are sitting at the top. So the system has been put in place to work, and it's working to perfection. So at the end of the day, until we start breaking away from this trap, then the system is going to keep working the way that it was meant to work.
You said it right. You said it so good. Breaking away from the trap.
To be honest, COVID was a terrible thing, and I hope that it never comes back around. But if you think about what happened in COVID, a lot of people woke up and they were like, "Oh shit, they wasn't supposed to know this. So let's figure something out and find another way to distract them." Because a lot of people broke free, during COVID. A lot of people became entrepreneurs. A lot of people started making money other ways. A lot of people left their jobs.
A lot of people started gardens. A lot of people started turning off the news. A lot of people started really thinking about things from like a free, like not being like stepping out of that sheep mentality and just really thinking with their own mind about what's best for their lives for them.
I'm telling you, because a lot of companies had to change the way that they were working people 12, 13, 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. Some places they work 7 days a week. They had to change the way that they were scheduling people, the off days. Like, they started changing a lot because a lot of people started saying, man, no, I'm not going back to work. No, I don't want to work for that amount of money. No, I'm not going to deal with the way that you treat me when I'm at work. No, it changed a lot.
And so much didn't change.
Yeah, so
Especially with that topic, but that's a whole nother story.
I could talk all day about that.
What unexpected struggles did you face navigating unfamiliar places and systems as a Black traveler?
I would say not knowing the language, learning how much the local price is and the foreigner price is, dealing with people that don't have, what would I say?
Being targeted.
Being targeted by people, but
Watch out for that. 'Cause, yeah.
what was the what is the word for people not having, like, you ask a person to do a job and they don't do the job right. We talk about it all the time.
Integrity, I think, is what you're trying
People
to say.
not having integrity when it comes down to doing things. Because, man, coming from where I'm at, like, if I'm going to ask somebody to do a job and I'm going to pay them, I expect them to do the job 100%. Having to deal with people that you pay them to do a job and they do it at 60% and then think that you're supposed to go along with what the work that they did and still want to get paid.
They don't really know how to do it. They just want your money.
They'll tell you
just
that they
want
know how to
little-
do it and they really don't know a damn thing about what it is they're doing. They'll do the job and you'll come and look like, bro,
What I could have did this.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have went ahead and knocked that out myself. Like, come on, man. Like, for example, we had a villa that we lived in for about a year, and we had a pool. And the pool, the villa came with, like a pool guy. We just had to, just go ahead and pay him. So at first the guy would come, clean the pool, everything looked normal. Started noticing that the days that he was supposed to come, that he wouldn't even show up. So we just started taking note, you know what I mean? Like, keeping, his schedule and whatnot. So we ended up finding out that he had been just missing days, or if he knew that we wasn't at home, he would come in, maybe walk around, maybe throw some chemicals in the pool. Within 5 minutes, he's already gone.
He wasn't even cleaning that pool good even before. I just was like so exhausted with trying to find people to be able to do the job.
But it was even...
Our standards as Westerners are here. And like, I don't know if I'm like, a lot of times I'm like, and that's not for every place. This is very specific to Bali because, you go other places. We've been in other Asian countries and you can get people to do good work.
Yeah.
And actually take pride in the work that they do, or they're honest about the fact that they don't know how to do certain things. This is very specific to Bali and Indonesia. And honestly, if you look at it, like now I'm looking at social media and stuff, it's just like within their culture. I feel like it's a term for Black people when they just kind of just do stuff. What do we call it? It's like somebody just kind of throws something together using what they got to make something happen. We call it the
Well, I don't call it that, but
rigging it up, So you know what the word is. You know what the word is. But I feel like Indonesia and Balinese, they are like so good at like just rigging something up. Like, I'm gonna just make it do. I may not even know how to do this. I'm gonna figure it out as I go.
I'm gonna make it do what it do.
I'm gonna make it do what I do. I don't have the materials to do it, but I'm gonna figure something out. Like, I feel like that culture is very much, and in many ways, that's a good thing. It can be good, and sometimes, but sometimes it's a freaking headache.
I thought it's funny that you said that about they'll just do what they can to get it done. Because I remember we hired the second pool guy, and we put the ad out, you know what I mean, that we needed somebody to clean the pool, somebody that had tools. Why the dude show up and he ain't got no tools after he
We
said
couldn't
that?
even find a pool
Like,
man
come on,
with
bro.
appropriate tools.
Like, I gotta pay you to clean my pool, And I gotta buy the material. Like, bro, like you supposed to be a pool guy. You don't have the tools to clean the pool. Like, I don't want to buy the pool supplies and keep them. I'm not a pool person. I just want you to be able to come. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh,
For me, I feel like an unexpected struggle that I faced while traveling while black. And I don't know if other cultures relate to this. It would be interesting. If you're watching this video and you do relate to this, please let me know in the comments and you happen to not be black. I want to know. But the struggles of people taking pictures of me.
oh, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that one.
Like, that has been an unexpected struggle. I think I expected, like the language barrier, I expected that.
That's a good one.
You know, there's things I expected. I kind of even had an idea just because of doing research before that, like, the Western standards will be much different than places we was going. And I'm okay with that. We learn, we grow, we adapt, we keep it moving because we have. But I still have not gotten used to people taking pictures of me or video recording me while I'm just living my little life.
And
like,
it's not just here in Bali either.
no, it's everywhere. Like, people just, I mean, it's just been crazy. Sometimes they nice and they'll walk up and ask, can I take a picture of you? Or can I take a picture with you? And like, it'd be like, no, you can't take a picture.
Tell them about that story
No,
when we
you
was in
can't
that
take a
shoe store
picture
that
with
day.
me. But sometimes people will just walk up and not even ask. Like,
They'll sneak and do it.
yeah, they'll sneak and do it. You'll catch them. They'll try to pretend they got their camera over there on you. And then you look at them, because I'll sit and stare at the camera like, so you going to record me. And then they'll be like, oh, like they'll turn away. I mean, I remember the one guy you talking about when we was in,
At Bali Mall Galleria when the was it about? No, it was
yeah, we
Beach
was
Walk.
in the mall, but it was
Beach
a
Walk.
particular store. I was about to say the name. I lost
It was
my
a shoe
train.
store.
No,
I
it
don't
wasn't.
remember the
It
name.
wasn't a shoe store. Yeah, so I was in the store. I forget the name of it. It's a popular like department store here in Asia, and I was like walking around, and the staff boy, like the guy walked up to me. He was a staff member, and he's like, "Do you need a basket?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take a basket." And he's like, "Okay," and he walks off. He grabbed the basket. He come back and hand me the basket. In his hand, he got the other phone, and he's like, he snapped a picture of me. And I said, oh, my bad. I was like, did you just take a picture of me? And he was like, yes. I was like, oh, Lord. And then, like, I try not to get upset because then, like, this particular guy was like, yes, you're beautiful. And I'm like, okay, thanks. But, like, damn, you couldn't ask me to take the picture? Like people are like, sometimes, depending on how I feel, I might be like, okay, you know, have I? But then I know it's times
weird.
that like one day I was with some friends, and we was playing basketball. So when we was with Ralph and Christine, and I'm talking to, you know, a friend of mine, and we just having a conversation. This lady walks up to us and she's like, hi, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a picture. And I'm like,
But you
you
just
know,
gonna go ahead
Christina
and
was
take a
like,
picture?
no, it's okay. We don't want to take a picture. She's like, you don't? And we were like, no, we're talking. It's okay. We don't want to take a picture. She's like, so I can't take a picture? No, ma'am, we don't want to take a picture. And then she walked off like, like, what do you think?
And that's not the first time that's happened either. Like, it's weird that when you tell them that you don't want to take a picture, that they be looking at you sideways like you said something wrong. Like, I think that is really weird that they be wanting to take pictures of you. And that's like, man, what are you doing with this picture? And it's like, for 2 years, this has been going on. It happens in Malaysia. It happens in Thailand. It happens here. I don't know.
Get it that some people just be from places where they don't see black people often. But y'all, you see black people enough on social media, and so just stop recording us. Just let us.
Screenshot that.
I actually now have flipped the script. Like, I'm like, you know, if I'm out and like, I used to be real modest about like getting content and stuff like that because I didn't want to put people in my cameras,
Sure.
like while they eating and stuff like that. I'm trying to like, it's not the culture here. In Asia, they don't care about that. They will whip a camera out on your ass in a minute. So now I be with my phone too. Record my content. I don't care if you in my shot. I don't care about nothing because, baby, they will record the heck out of you. What would you tell the younger generation who are considering their own travel adventures? Hey, family. A lot of y'all are ready to take the leap of faith and start exploring the world. But one thing you're worried about is not having access to receive important mail, personal documents, and packages. And honestly, we had the same worry when we were starting out too. That's why I want to share something that we've been using over the last 2 years that has made handling business on our travels so easy. Oh my goodness. It's called the Travel Mailbox, and it's the perfect solution for travelers and expats. With the Travel Mailbox, you'll get a private physical U.S. address in whatever state you desire, and it would allow you to view and forward your mail to you anywhere in the world. It also has a virtual office and 24-hour staff available by phone, live chat, and email to help you deposit checks, mail letters, and send faxes whenever you need to. So no need to bother or rely on friends or family back home to help you handle business. And if you got packages that you need to send internationally, well, they can handle that and the custom paperwork for you. I'm telling you, you gotta get the travel mailbox in your life if you want to start traveling the world. Let's not let a little old mail hold you back from exploring. It's time to get out there and start living your best life, fam. And Traveling Mailbox will help you stay on top of all of your statements, bills, and business back home. So go ahead and go down to the description box of this video, click the link, and sign up for the Traveling Mailbox today. By using our affiliate link, it will support our channel without any additional cost to you. A small percentage of your purchase will be used to help us continue creating travel videos that will fuel your inner bug and get you inspired to get out there and travel. So go ahead and click that link, sign up, and hurry up and come back and let's get back to this video.
Man, don't be afraid of it. Don't listen to people that don't think the way that you think because they're closed-minded. Don't let them derail you from life experiences that you will be able to share with your kids, your grandkids, and so on, and the things that you can learn, the things that you can experience. Don't limit yourself, because I'm telling you, even with us, like, people thought we had lost our damn minds when we took this chance.
They try to talk us out of it.
Yeah.
They talked about us.
And it's crazy that they did that, because at the end of the day, this is our life. We live it the way that we want to, and at the end of
It's
the day, we
yours
don't
too.
answer. We don't answer to nobody. You know what I mean? The only person we answer to is the man upstairs, and he's not, and you are not him, as they say. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, don't let anybody trick you out of doing what you want to do, because, man, the world is so much bigger than where you are. You could be living in Africa somewhere, but it's a whole bunch of other things that you can go and experience rather than just staying there. You could be living in China somewhere. There's a whole world out here. Now, we were put here to experience all of it, and not to be stagnant and stay where you are. Like, you have to get out and experience things, because if you don't, you're not gonna know anything. Like, you everything that you see on social media, YouTube and whatnot, if you're not there or being around it, you'll believe everything that they tell you. Everything that's being said in the news, it's not true. Get out and experience your life, man.
See the
Don't,
world.
yeah, man. Don't. A lot of people are not gonna do that. Like, they are okay where they are. They're making their life, where they are. Get out and experience it. Get out
Yeah.
and experience it. Don't let nobody tell you what to do with your life. You do what you want to do with your life. You only have one life to live.
If you feeling drawn to travel, do it.
Do it.
Don't let nothing get in the way. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't be scared. Do it. That whole thing, don't be scared, is big too, because, like, a lot of people are scared. So, like, let me just go out on a limb and give a quick tip real quick, because I think that I had a question and I didn't even include it. So one thing that we do is, when we travel somewhere that we ain't never been, that we don't, that we not really, like, privy to, or, like, we do our research. You make sure you do some research, though.
Yeah.
You need to do some basic research. But when you pull up, of course, you still don't experience or understand until you get there. get in these hostels, okay? Like a lot of people are on these Airbnbs and stuff, and these Airbnbs can be anywhere, and you are isolated with those type of things. What you want to do is immediately wherever you go, be around people who traveling from other places in the world. So no matter what, people like to talk down on hostels or whatever. They cheap, they this and that. There's some nice hostels
Man,
out
yeah.
there. It's some real nice hostels. But like one thing we do when we get to a new place for the first time, every single place we go, we check into a hostel or a homestay or a guest stay or something like that. There will be other travelers there. There will be locals who are used to dealing with travelers there, and so they can help you assimilate to the culture and learn and move around very quickly so that you can get out there and get on the off beaten path and travel however you want to travel. We usually spend about 4 or 5 days learning the area while based in a hostel, meeting people, getting our feet on the ground, and actually talking to people there in the space, including the locals, before we venture out and do Airbnbs that's more isolated or get out on those beaten paths. We get there. That way we learn about transportation. We learn about everything we need to learn to be safe when we moving in these streets. So if you are young and you traveling, that's a big thing that I want to recommend. Don't let nothing get in your way. Don't be scared. Get out there. Get with other travelers. Get with locals who used to dealing with travelers, and they will help you because that's the same thing that's helped us.
Yeah.
After 2 years of traveling, what would you do differently in your travel journey, if anything?
Um, what would I do differently? Since we living here in Bali, I think that I would have bought a scooter right after I learned how to drive one. I would have bought one instead of renting one, because that would have saved me a lot more money on having to get grab rides all the time and spending money there. Uh, I would start learning the language as soon as I got here. Cause if I'd have known I was gonna be here that long, uh, I would have stayed in a guest house the whole time that I was here instead of getting a villa. Those three things I would do most definitely, because that was save me a lot more money. So if you're moving somewhere and you know that you're going to be living there for an extended amount of time, it's best to find ways to cut costs. So you can stay a lot longer and save a lot of money.
Yeah.
Um, I think we always did take people's advice, while we were here.
But do what's best for you.
Yeah,
Be more aware about what you need and how functional you need things to be in your own individual life, and make plans according to that. For me, what I would change, but that's a hard question because I feel like everything happens the way it's supposed to happen.
yep,
We have learned so much in these 2 years of traveling. I am like an entirely different person. And so that alone, I do not have regret. But if there's like one thing that I would change, it wouldn't even change, but it took time for me to learn, and I wish I would have known this even before I left America, is to look at, I know I'm exploring and I'm experiencing things while traveling, but I wish that I could have come from the very beginning with the mindset of an open mindedness and mindset of abundance when it comes to the opportunities that you can get into while being abroad. I think that everybody focus on the travel and the exploration, even us on this page, but we don't talk enough about the amount of opportunities it is for you to come
yeah,
out here and really set your life up.
yeah,
And I wish that like I had known that, so I'm giving y'all the game right now. I wish I had known that before I left to travel, and that way I would have been more like in tune with like seeing these opportunities while we was moving around. Now that we've been traveling for 2 years, we're looking more at like opportunities out here so that we can stay for a much longer time and actually live long term abroad, and they are everywhere. And it's just like, you just need to buckle down and choose one. But I wish we would have known what was possible before we even left. But of course, things happen when they supposed to happen. We didn't know it was possible. I did not know what was possible for me. It took me up until 2 years now, and maybe before 2 years, but it's taken me a while to be like knowing what's possible and like what's available for me specifically in terms of like investing in opportunities and things internationally.
That's a really good point because like entrepreneurship seems to be a lot easier out here than it is in the States because it's
And
like
needed.
much needed, and it's not just Bali is parts of Africa, Thailand, different places all across Southeast Asia. There's opportunities um, everywhere, to be honest. And like I said, it's a lot easier for you to accomplish things that you want to accomplish in entrepreneurship. Out here.
Okay. Um, After 2 years on the road, are you ready to settle down or continue your travels?
No, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have a lot of traveling left in me, man. I wanna go to Africa. That's like one of my bucket lists. I would actually, this is probably like the tourist thing, but I would like to check out the Maldives. Uh, no, man, I still have a ways to go. I still have parts of Malaysia that I want to check out. All my Malay, we coming back y'all way again. If y'all have any suggestions of places that we need to check out in Malaysia, even the beaches and everything, drop them comments in us so we can get that content ready to go. Um,
So, you ready to continue your travels?
yeah, yeah,
For me, it's the same. I do want to have a place though.
yeah.
Like when we say settle, like my perception has changed. Like settling for me does not mean you can't ever travel. Now I'm aware of that now that I've been traveling. So like I do want a hub, like a place.
Oh
Like
yeah, you
kind of
you
like
don't
how
gotta
we
have a hub.
use
Yeah,
Bali right now as our hub and then we travel everywhere. I do want to have a place that's like a hub. But like I'm still in these streets too. Like I love traveling.
yeah. It's like, man, once you start doing it and you get a taste, like it's like infectious, man. Like you wanna keep going. There's people out here that's been doing this 10, 15, 20 years, traveling and like just listening to them tell the stories about some of the places that they've been to. Like it even like motivates you anymore. Like, man, I want to go there too. I want to check that out. Like, and that's the dope thing about running into different expats is like y'all are exchanging ideas. You exchange,
Restaurants
what I'm
and
saying,
just
exchanging information about different places. Like she said, restaurants, different experiences in different places. So yeah, man, like I wanna keep going. At times, like I don't know if you had that as one of, but like being an expat, I think you do miss home, your home country. So I think it's healthy for you to however long it takes you to go back, that you do go back, depending on your situation and get that extra boost of family and friends and those experiences from your home country, and then you jump right back out there. You know what I mean? That you can go another 2, 3, 4 years, however long you've been gone. But I think it's best that you go back and check on things and just get that extra boost of family and all of that
and you
and
don't
keep.
have to if you don't want to.
No, you don't have to if you
It's
don't want
all
to.
on you,
Yeah,
whatever you want to do.
yeah, but if you want some of that good soul food, you gotta take your ass back home, and that's facts.
So you kind of answered the last question that I have here. So I guess I will answer my version of it. So the last question is, what is your dream travel destination that you still want to experience? So, um, for us, we've been in like trying to see Asia, um, and experience Asia, and I've loved that. But there's still so many places that I want to see in Asia. Asia is a massive,
Massive.
massive, continent, and we just kind of been on like the Southeast Asia end, and we still haven't seen everything. But I want to go for sure. I want to go to Laos. I want to go to Cambodia. I for sure want to go to like I want to get over into like India. I want to go to Sri Lanka. I want to go to there's so many places in Asia I want to go, and then like I want to continue to explore Asia, and then I want to go on over to the continent, the motherland, Africa, and I want to do Africa the same way we did Asia. I want to explore so many countries in Africa. I got a list. I'm ready. I used to kind of be hard on myself, like why we haven't got to Africa, and then we got over here to Asia, and I realized just how big the world is, and like if you truly want to experience it, it takes time. That's why we meet people who've been traveling for 20, 30, 40 years,
And that's
because
why,
it
yeah,
takes time to see the world. And so I feel like I'm not done traveling because we haven't even put like a drop in
drop in
the,
a bucket of water,
yeah,
man.
we haven't even done that. Like it's so much more for us to see. So I mean, I'm ready to stay out there. So that's been nice. I
Yeah,
feel like we have covered a lot.
yeah.
And you guys, we're gonna keep every now and then I think we should get on here and talk, so y'all can get to know us and just be more open with you guys and like transparent about our travels and about our experiences while also showing y'all the vlogs and everything. So if you got anything you want us to talk about, anything you want us to cover, go ahead and drop it down in the comments, and we will definitely get on here and run our mouths because as you see, we don't have a problem doing that.
We'll see y'all in the near future. We have so much more to show you. Like and subscribe. As many of y'all like and subscribe as you can to help us keep pushing this channel forward. And I hope to see you on the next video.
Hop out for 2 years.